So, YouTube family, Colorado football and Deion Sanders got destroyed today. Colorado got embarrassed in every single way, family. Go ahead and smash that like button, hit that notification bell. We're going to talk about it. We're going to tell the truth, and that's all you guys came here for, the truth.
Been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas best up on my.
So, YouTube family, if there ever was a must-win game for a 3-5 football team, it was this one. Colorado Buffaloes were basically they were exposed today. They were supposed to rebound after the Utah's humiliation game. Instead, this was uglier. This was darker. This was a night where the Colorado Buffaloes got exposed from the inside out. No doubt. Now, even though Shedeur Sanders, you know what I'm saying, he came from Cleveland Browns bye week because they're not playing this week, and he went to support his father, his football team. You know, he's an alumni now. He graduated, and he came out to support his squad, his former squad. You would think that motivation alone would spark something, but nope. In fact, you would think losing to Utah the way you did would be motivational and a factor in a win. No, you think not. Not tonight. Now, at the other inserted situation, it was like a Ford truck, a F-150 riding through the woods, but only the tires wasn't working. That's what you get to look at, the exterior of what the Colorado program is. But when you look at the interior of the football team, counterfeit Louis bags, as I've been saying. Now, I digress from the counterfeit Louis bags. Let's talk about the defensive disaster that's been going on for the last 3 years in Boulder. I said this before kickoff. Colorado's defense struggled against the run. Against Utah, it was all about the run. Against many teams in the last 3 years, we cannot stop the run. That was the number one weakness Arizona could and would exploit tonight. Arizona isn't even an elite team that's known for rushing. They're not. They averaged like 100, and I wrote it down. They averaged about 140 yards a game, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is look at all their games, look at their rushing stats, and get your mathematician mode on. They average 140 yards a game. Hell, Colorado would take that. Because we, even with a Marshall Faulk-led running game, we cannot perform the same. But when you play Colorado's defense, suddenly you look like a 1985 Chicago Bears offense. That's what you look like. Sweet Waters, rest in peace to Walter Payton. You know what I mean? Every team becomes Walter Payton united when they play against our defense somehow. And I think the man who should be blamed for that, more in particular, who's being scathed away, who's being given a pass. And I'm going to be real. It seems like even Deion Sanders is giving this man a pass. And that name is Robert Livingston, the defensive coordinator. Coach Prime, my brother, he got to go. Coach Prime, this man Robert got to go. Clean house. Fire whoever don't fit the part. This ain't charity. This is college football. And can we talk about this? You guys go ahead and smash that like button because I think everybody is going to cupcake what really transpired, what really happened tonight on this Saturday. I'm not. And I'm going to still support Colorado. I will still support Deion Sanders. But the truth has to be said. A lot of people got to go. And can we talk about this? Why were Arizona fans chanting USA, USA, USA? I was offended by that. And I'm not offended by much, but it was like, okay, you guys don't like us for our complexions, whatever. You don't like Deion Sanders. You think all of us are arrogant, blah, 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 blah. You know, the typical stitch. But what's up with you guys with the USA chants versus other Americans? Aren't we all Americans? I mean, last time I checked, ain't we all Americans here? That felt weird, corny, just everything you can look at it. Like, where are y'all? coming from? What are you really trying to say? But I know what you're really trying to say, and I'm not going to turn this video into that, because then I'll be giving Coach Prime and Colorado a pass. And I can talk about that later date. We got to talk about all this. You know what I mean? You're looking at all the routines on TV today. You're seeing the Pillsbury Doughboy commercials. You're getting memory. And all I can think of when I see Colorado is pure disaster. So let's just talk about the quarterback play that fell apart because of Pat Shurmur's redundant and predictable bubble screen offense. Stay right here. Look, brief intermission, guys. I love college football. You guys love college football. Take your emotional feelings out of it and put your emotional passions into it, and stop thinking anybody who criticized Coach Prime or Colorado football is no longer warranted to be a beautiful black brother. Stop doing that. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. Now let's go then again with this. So Colorado had 49 passing yards in the entire first half. You cannot is considered a power 5 or a power 6, not even a power 4 team, if you're throwing 49 yards for the entire first half. It's like deja vu from the Utah game all the way again. Arizona exploited all our weaknesses tonight. 49 yards. How is that even possible for a Coach Prime-led team last year? That was obvious, where Shedeur, no matter how bad Colorado looked, Shedeur was throwing for Pro Bowl numbers out there. I know it's college, but you thought you were watching the Pro Bowl. It was that easy of play for Shedeur Sanders. And to all the naysayers who said Shedeur was never needed, he was a gimmick, blah, blah, blah. You see a dysfunctional football team, what it really looks like when you don't have a stable, high IQ quarterback at the helm. Because Caden Salter, overrated, and I told you guys, a good quarterback, but not fit for this football team. Yes, the coordinators are not good, but Caden, no excuse. And then we put in Ryan Staub. And right there after halftime, Ryan Staub comes in. His first play, he throws an interception. I mean, the first play. Then he throws another interception 2 minutes later in the game. His confidence is shot. Why? Because of all this quarterback drama going on. Because he knows this staff doesn't believe in him. Because the entire offense identity is confused without Shedeur Sanders. All three quarterbacks' confidence are shot. Caden Salter, Ryan Staub, and Julian Lewis. This is factual. And I told you guys what happened with quarterbacks in the mental if it's not sufficient, like a Shedeur Sanders. It's not that they can't be good or better than Shedeur. They don't have that type of mental strength that Shedeur had, and you better not play around with your quarterback room. But Coach Prime did that very same thing I implored and urged not to do. Listen, guys, and while this meltdown is happening, Arizona freshman wideout Geno Richardson looked like the second and third coming of Randy Moss all in one. Geno was just roasting Colorado's defensive backs. And I told you about our overrated defensive back, including McKinney. All these guys are not the same, like Cameron Stills, like your boy Shiloh, like a Travis Hunter, and many other formidable players we had in Boulder. I mean, these defensive backs was getting cooked like barbecue in the backyard, bro. Geno Richardson, they basically made his limelight go up. I mean, he earned it himself, but the way he did that level of humiliation towards Colorado's defense, bro, he might as well say thank you to our trash defensive backs, bro. Now, guys, listen, the total loss of respect that you've seen in this game and throughout this game and all season, if we're being quite frankly, the score hits 45-7, and I said out loud, these new Louis bags, counterfeits, Colorado transfer players, they don't respect Deion Sanders at all. I'm looking at them in the eyes, of course, through the camera lens and all now on my YouTube screens and my Spectrum cable screen. Shout out the Spectrum cable. It seems you guys are finally getting it together. But to look at this, I'm like, man, like, he dropped the ball, man. Deion Sanders, I love you, but you dropped the ball when it came to building a culture. Last year, we had somewhat of a culture, but this year, the ball was dropped, and it's not really your fault to the max, but I have to blame you because you're the leader, and you were sick. But when all these transfers came in, who vexed these guys? Who told these guys they belong? Look, I even watch I watch Warren Sapp talk to Deion Sanders on the sidelines, and he's talking to him, and I guarantee you he's telling you we got to let a lot of these coaches go. They're sabotaging you, Coach Prime. I seen Warren Sapp talking to Coach Prime, and it's like I was a lip reader. He's like, Coach, this ain't it, man. You got to do something. You got to give me the power that I need. We need a Warren Sapp to officially be in charge, because a lot of you haters like to say it's Warren Sapp's fault. He's only the defensive line coach, and they're somewhat better than improved than what we seen last year, so knock it off. If you give Warren Sapp total power, those guys will go through a wall for him. I'm just being real. But he dropped the ball in vexing these new Louis bag counterfeits, man. He handpicked dogs. These are not dogs at all. Not this year, man. It feels like he took whoever the transfer portal spit out, a bunch of other teams' leftovers. That's what it is. It's not even Thanksgiving leftover, because we eating that to the sundown for the next week and a half. That ain't even that, bro. And I saw so-called loyal Colorado fans on Instagram, you feel me, just going in on Colorado, but y'all supposed to be fans. I've even seen the stadium in Boulder. I've seen fans leaving the stadium during the second quarter. I've witnessed it. Early, turning their backs. Don't act like y'all real supporters. I got people in Boulder sending me all this in my DMs and emails, bro. Look at this. I'm at the game. Look at everybody in the hallways leaving. This is not the camera panning out and seeing them leaving the vicinity. This is the guys at the concessions inside the building watching people leaving that door. You guys understand me? Listen to me, man. These so-called fans were never really fans. This type of loss, it tells a deeper story. It tells recruits, don't sign to Colorado. Don't go to Boulder. Your future isn't safe here. That's what type of loss this is. Now, here's where Coach Prime truly lost control, guys. Julian Lewis, he shows up. They add him in the game. They insert him in. Juju comes in and boom, long touchdown pass to Omarion. And it was a beautiful pass. It was the third longest play of Colorado that they had all year. That lets you know the significance of how and why you should have started Julian at the start of the year. My personal opinion, because boom, a touchdown game-changing play like, well, not really game-changing, but momentum shift to at least have hope for the near future, because I personally think Julian Lewis is not returning. Listen, guess what? Colorado defense immediately gave up a 70-yard touchdown run against Arizona immediately after Julian's touchdown. That furthermore tells the story about Deion Sanders and Colorado Buffaloes this year. So now Juju is thinking, why am I risking myself for this? Why am I risking my NIL value? Because it does goes up and down based on the impact you have on your team. And Julian didn't have anything this year, so it doesn't help him, but it doesn't hurt him much if he's not being exhibited much. But playing in a losing game like this, and they're throwing you into the fire like this, I look at it as a waste of a year. Don't play. My personal opinion. You're sabotaging your value. This is not what it's worth. Even if you're coming back to Colorado next year, we know this is an NIL generation. So Julian is thinking, why am I risking this? And if he isn't thinking this, his family is guaranteed to be thinking this. The people who advise him and help him out, they would have to be thinking about this, because this loss probably guaranteed Julian Lewis is not returning. Why? No protection, bad coordinators, and no direction. We're here to just tell the truth, guys. I'm just going to be real, man. Like I said, like a Ford truck F-150 riding through the woods with no wheels and tires. Now, here's why I call out Coach Prime directly, the man I love, I respect, and I got admiration for. Here's why I call out Coach Prime directly, not indirectly, but directly to Coach Prime, aka Deion Sanders, the Prime Effect. See, Deion Sanders said he knows which buttons to push to get this team right. He said this after the Utah Oats loss. He said this. So I have to hold him accountable. Well, coach, these and those buttons, they're broken. They are broken. It's a significant momentum shift through the recruiting algorithm. Let's just be honest. At the end of the day, because this team did not look motivated or discipline or coach. And that's the part that's going to get it. Do I think Deion Sanders can coach? Yes. But when I say the team doesn't look coach, I'm specifically speaking about his coordinators. But he has to take that fault because you choose those coordinators and you choose not to replace them. So it has to fall on you. You said you'd make changes prior to this game. If you want change, you got to actually make change, Coach Prime. You got to actually make change. So here's the question everybody is asking. Who's getting fired? Who is going home? Who is going home? Robert Livingston? Gone. Pat Shurmur, open the door and close it behind you. It's time to clean house. Start fresh, rebuild the culture. Get real leaders in there like Byron Leftwich, and only accept players who believe in this program, who believe in your vision. Stop just grabbing any garbage in the transfer portal and thinking, well, I can change them. Everybody can't be Moses. Everybody can't be John the Baptist. We got to knock this higher self-power and we're greater than what we really are. No shade towards Coach Prime. We're telling truth tonight. Because tonight, early in the third quarter, the game was still 54-7. That ain't football. That is humiliation, bro. So in closing, I call a call to action to all of you supporters, to all the Colorado fans. Talk to me, Colorado. Boulder, talk to me. Do you still believe in Coach Prime? Do you think he's in the right captain? Like, is he the right captain for this ship? Be honest with me. Let me know in the comment sections. Is he the right leader for this program? I think he is, but I want to hear from you guys. No sugarcoating it, no cookie cutters. Do you think he's the right captain for this ship? Or do changes need to come tomorrow morning for everybody? Comment, let me know your thoughts, man. I'm feeling great today, except seeing this game. I feel a different type of way. So it is what it is, man. I'm out of here, man. Unacceptable.
Heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say